Do this cute little DIY. It's a little chalkboard that I got from the Dollar Tree, and we are going to make these little flowers and use some brown paint and stain it up, and just you can use it for whatever you want. You can put it kitchen, on your desk, little messages or whatever, but it's super cute and super affordable. So we're gonna get started on that, and I am going to, this is actually part of the craft, so I'm gonna move that, and I am going to use some brown paint as a stain, and I'm just gonna get some water in my lid, quite a bit of water in there just to dilute it, and then I'm just gonna start. Try not to get your chalkboard like I did, but it's super easy to clean off, so don't worry if you do. And we're just gonna use brown wash to make it look stained. Okay, so, and if it gets too brown, then just dilute it with water. Let's see. And I'm very low on paint. I haven't went shopping for paints lately. I need to really go and do some shopping. I have so many paints, but there's just certain colors that it's time for me to go shopping for. So I'm just gonna keep filling that in, and I'm just gonna go and just stain all around. I like the dark stain, but if you don't like it, just add more water. I'm gonna go in here to the little crevices, because those are pretty noticeable if you don't paint them. So they do kind of stand out. So I am going to just continue to stain all around this. Like I said, I like the darker look, so I am gonna make sure it's a little bit darker. I like that deep dark stain. And if you even wanted this even darker, just use a darker brown or add a little bit of black for that really deep dark walnut look. So, excuse my allergies. I'm getting over severe case of bronchitis, so still kind of bothersome. So I'll probably cough a little here and there and everywhere, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure I have all the insides painted. They have a lot of cute little wood items, I should say, from the Dollar Tree that you can paint and stain up and make into like really cute little gifts, or just for yourself, little signs. They have frames. I grabbed some other stuff that I plan on doing little DIYs with, but let's see. Just gonna clean it up if it gets too watery. I am gonna do the back here, but I'm not gonna do the full back right now for video reasons, but I will do that part just so. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill that all in. A little bit of water. I made a mess. I don't like my table to have paint all over it. I usually paint on a different area, but I guess I could have removed all this stuff, but I didn't notice it until right now. So, okay, so there's that. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit over here and dry. All right, and I'm actually gonna use one of my paper towels for my hands. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to get our paper towel, and we are going to, let's see how I wanna do this. We are going to roll, I don't want the whole thing, so I probably should have cut this, but I'm not going to because I don't have scissors and I don't feel like going and grabbing them. But I'm gonna start rolling it like this and just roll it into a little, kind of like a straw looking thing. Just roll, 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 roll. And honestly, I'm going to grab my scissors because it's not gonna turn out very nice looking if I don't. So we will do that again. Okay, I'm gonna start with just this one. And I'm gonna cut it because it's gonna make a much cleaner cut. And these scissors are terrible. Okay, you can use napkins, you can use paper towels, whatever you have. You can even use toilet paper. I've made it with toilet paper before, or a flower, yeah, a paper flower anyways. All right, so I'm just gonna start rolling this. I hope I'm in frame. Like so, and just gonna roll it all up. Okay, just kind of keep it, bunch it if you need to, it's okay. Okay, just keep rolling it, just like this. Start with the corner maybe, and then do it like that. And then I'm gonna just hold that corner like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start twisting this paper towel, just like so. Just go along and just twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it, and go like that. Now, I'm gonna get a little bit of glue. Oops. I'm gonna get a little bit of glue and just put it right on the corner. And then I'm gonna start rolling my rows, just like that, okay? You can stop and actually add some glue throughout just to get it to hold and it doesn't give you a hard time, because it is hard to kind of keep, you know, twisted. A lot of times I just do the craft. I don't think how it's done. I just kind of mess with it and do it until I do a tutorial, and then I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of difficult. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of glue here and there just to keep it like held together. You can do more if you want, or you don't have to. And don't worry about the little extra pieces. They actually end up turning out looking really nice. And now this determines like how big you want your rows, okay? So you're gonna just, you can stop, you can cut it and make a smaller, which that's what I'll probably do with my next one. But for now, we are going to, sorry, I'm getting a text message. Now we are going to, set that aside, and we're going to do another one. So this time, since I figured it's easier just to twist it right here on the corner. I already have brown paint all over me. I'm just going to twist, twist, twist all along. Okay, just going to twist it all along. Okay, and then I'm going to start up here. Get me a little bit of glue just to start the little turn. And I'm burning myself like crazy. Okay, so just kind of wiping it together just to kind of keep it. And I have to retwist it to tighten it up, okay? So just know that you're gonna probably continue to twist. Then I'm gonna put a little bit because it's kind of being difficult. There we go. And be careful not to burn yourself, or make sure you have a parent around, and you can use other glue too. It doesn't have to be this, but this is just the quickest drying one. Okay, so just keep twisting and adding. Get some of this glue off my fingers. Okay, so there's that. And so now we have 2 roses so far. And I didn't make any smaller, but maybe this next time we'll do a smaller one, just to show you, because that's what I did on my last one. Okay, I'm gonna get all this yucky. It's one thing I don't like is stuff on my fingers. You would think I create stuff all the time, but it bothers me to have stuff on my fingers. Okay, I'm gonna go up here and do that little turn up here again. Okay. Just like that. Now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab it and then twist it with my finger. Just try to be gentle because you will rip it. Okay, I did cut this one, so it's going to be a little bit shorter than the last two, okay? Okay, I'm just going to twist around. I really don't know what I've just done, but okay, I'm just trying to get it on that glue. Now I'm going to go for it. Okay, and twist, and then however much glue I want, twist it, and then go. Okay. Twist, twist and go, twist and go. Just like that. If you guys make this, I want you to share it, okay? So I can see. And this is, these roses, ooh, I burnt my pinky. Oh, my pinkies are definitely more sensitive than these fingers, I'll tell you that. Be really careful. I don't work with the glue gun very often. I mean, I do plan on doing more tutorials and stuff, but you know, I'm usually with the paintbrush and paint, so it's been a while. I used to use a glue gun all the time. But I think I'm gonna stop here with this size because I want it a little bit smaller. So I'm just cut that, and I use some glue to kind of put it all together, okay? I'm trying to do it without burning myself. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of burns on my fingers. Okay. I should have had a wipe. A wipe would have, a wipe would have. Okay, so now what we got is 3 roses, just like that. I hope you can see that. And now we're gonna do some leaves. And all you're gonna do here is get another piece of your, let's see how I wanna do this. I'm just gonna cut a square, okay? Let's do that. I'm gonna cut a square out of the paper towel, just like that. And then I'm going to cut it in 4 pieces, just like that. Because what we're looking for is the corners here, okay? And so now I'm just gonna leave these just like this for now. I'm gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna open some of these. Like I said, I'm really low on paint, but luckily for this, I don't need a whole lot. I do think I will need a paper towel here, so I'm gonna set that there. So I'm just gonna open that. Okay, and open these. Just gonna get me some paint available here. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to start with my leaves. These are gonna be my leaves, and basically what I'm gonna do is just paint them green. And maybe if my green is not dry, yep, that's dry. Let me grab a different green. Like I said, green is definitely, I love the forest green, and that's definitely a color that I'm very low in right now. All right, so I'm gonna get the green, and I'm just gonna paint it in the corner, just like that. You don't have to paint the whole thing because I'm gonna trim this. Not all of it's gonna show. And just make sure you have a nice corner painted. Okay, just like that. And just get another corner. You want water on it just so it goes on smooth, but you don't want it too wet because then it will tear the paper towel. Okay, so just make sure it's wet, and you don't want it to take forever to dry. Okay, I'm just gonna leave those there. Okay, now I'm gonna rinse out my brush really good, and I'm gonna get some pink, and I'm gonna get one of my hands feel terrible with all this glue on it. And all this brown paint looks dirty. Okay, so I'm gonna get some pink, some water, and I'm going to just go over the top of one of my roses, and not worrying about if it's got some white peeking through, because that's just gonna be some highlight that I don't have to worry about adding later. Okay, and then I'm not even gonna rinse my brush. I'm just gonna go in with the burgundy, or whichever colors you decide to choose. You can choose whatever colors you want. I actually want that to be a little bit more. Okay, once again, not worrying too much about if there's a little bit of white peeking through, okay? So we got those, and then now not washing my brush again, because I don't want just an orange flower. I do like a little bit of pink or maybe even burgundy in that one. Just gives it a fun little color. I've always added a little bit of pink to it. Okay, so we're gonna let those dry. Actually, we probably won't let them dry, but then I'm gonna get some of my little white here, and I'm gonna go over it a little bit, just a little bit around, just to give it some more highlights, okay? And you can of course wait till it dries to do this, but for video reasons, I'm not going to. Okay, and I'm just going around just to kind of give it a little bit of highlights. You don't have to add that much if you don't want to, but you can definitely add however much you want. Okay, just like so. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to clean up my mess, or at least some of it, and get rid of some of it so we can see better. It's not low on purple. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to move this out of the way. This is, I don't know if you can see it there. We'll do the purple one. I kind of want you to see it like that so you can see what we're doing. Move all this out of the way. Normally I would wait for all this to be dry, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to lift them up out of the way so I can work in this area, okay? And try to clean up a little bit so it's not all messy. All right, so I'm gonna, oops, so I'll do that. This doesn't stay very long. Okay, let's just do it like this. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I am gonna get a little bit of glue right here on this corner, and I'm gonna bunch up the little white area of this flower. And it's okay if some white shows, because sometimes I even add white paint to give it. So in fact, whenever it's done, I'll probably add a little bit of highlight in my leaf. Okay, but we just want this leaf to kind of stick out just like that. And then we are gonna, let's see. And then we're gonna put a flower right on top of it. Okay, and see how the white shows a little bit? That's completely fine, because we want color and dimensions and stuff. Looks like my last flower was a lot bigger than I made on my last one, but that's okay. And then I'm just gonna add that flower there with the glue gun. I probably should have put this in there before I did the flower, but that's okay too. And I'm just bunching the corner just like that, and I'm just gonna stick it right under here. I should have did that before I added this flower actually, but I'm gonna get the I'm just gonna cram it in there, but I need to add glue first, so I just want to make sure it fit okay. And what I'm gonna do is just cram this right under there, and just see how I just laid that right on there. Once again, not worrying if the white is showing, okay? And the same with here, just lift it up and tuck it in. You can cut off that area if you want, but that doesn't, just kind of doesn't leave it for a bunchy leaf, you know, whenever you do that. We want it to kind of be like a three-dimensional thing here. So I'm just gonna tuck this all in there, just like so. And you might take a little bit of tweaking, you know, just to kind of cram it. And you can always, if you know your placement of your leaves and the flowers and where you want them, etc., then by all means just oops, I don't have a very good time with that, huh? By all means, do your leaves first. Okay, and I'm going to tuck this under here. I'm going to stick a little glue in there and just going to start tucking away, trying not to burn myself. It's kind of hard doing this whenever you're on video because can't really maneuver it around where you want it. You know, it's normally I can like kind of put it where I'm comfortable, but I'm trying to show you guys a little bit more difficult. So let's see, there's that. And then I'm just gonna cram this one a little bit more. And then just kind of mess with your leaves. Then I'm gonna go back in with my green and just touch up where I want, like any of those leaves, like just touched up if I don't want the white to show. Just gonna go in there and touch it up. You can add more leaves if you want. You don't have to. This needs to go back here a little bit better. And I'm just gonna use my paintbrush instead of my fingers and just stick that back there. And remember, this is tissue or paper towel, so be careful, you know, that it doesn't rip, because it is wet with paint. You can see right there it kind of ripped a little. And then there we go. So feel free to share the video and make sure to follow and like, and if you want some more tutorials, then just let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, bye.